Hello there, Lunar Squadron, and welcome back to the channel. Ever since the official reveal of the gameplay for Marvel's Spider-Man 2, we have spent a considerable amount of time talking about the villains of Spider-Man 2, most notably the character Venom. Now, while most people have been focused on Insomniac saying that this would be an original take on the character and really honing in on that meaning a new host for Venom, we actually think, taking a look back on the gameplay reveal, all of us have been overlooking some pretty considerable details that provide new insight into Venom and what exactly Insomniac means by an original take on Venom. And in this video, we're going to get into all of these details. We're going to break it all down for you. But first, if you're new to the channel, we would love to have you as always. And the way to do that, just go down below this video, hit that little subscribe button, the bell notification right on next to it. It will notify you every single time Andreas and I upload. Also, we have been welcoming so many brand new people into our Discord server, and it has been just so awesome. We would love to have you all join our Discord server. The link to join that will be down below in the description. It's a great place for us to get to know you better, great place for you to get to know us better. We talk about all things Star Wars, Marvel, DC, whatever you want to talk about, we will talk about it in our Discord server. It really is a great time. Again, link to join that will be down below in the description. Now, with all of that out of the way, Andreas, let's talk about some new details about Venom.
Let's do it, guys. As we all know, Insomniac loves to bring a new spin on its characters in the Spider-Verse, and Venom is going to be no exception to that rule. As we've heard from Insomniac directly, one great example is on the PlayStation Store, that Insomniac will be making an original take on a symbiote-infused Venom. Those are Insomniac's words right now. And we've sat and pondered as to what that can mean. What is this original take going to be, and how far is Insomniac going to take this original take? But Nick, in looking through the gameplay just with a closer eye and kind of thinking about how Venom has evolved across all of the different medium that it's been involved in, whether it be the comics, the movies, and now video games, it might be the case that this original take is pretty profound. It's pretty revolutionary, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Ever since Insomniac said that this would be an original take on the character of Venom and confirmed that Eddie Brock would not be Venom, I think all of us, including us, have really been honing in on that referring to a new host for Venom. But I really think it goes further than just having a brand new host for Venom. I want to go back to the gameplay reveal. Now, I know this is not new gameplay. This has been out there for a few weeks, but I think there are some details in this gameplay that not a lot of people are talking about, or if they have talked about it, they really more focused on the mechanics, but not what these things mean in terms of the story and lore for this game. And I'm talking about pretty early in that gameplay reveal, after Peter gets his hands on the symbiote out of Dr. Connors' what we presume to be his home. We get to see brand new Venom powers, brand new symbiote powers that Peter has. And on the surface, that might not seem like a big deal to most people, but if you know how traditionally the symbiote suit has acted with Peter's Spider-Man, this is some pretty significant stuff, because we have never, at least to my knowledge, ever seen the Venom symbiote give Peter brand new Venom-style powers.
It amplifies characteristics of its host.
Hey, give me another cookie.
Traditionally, the powers that come associated with that symbiote costume are more enhanced in nature. They really enhance Peter's strength, his speed, the powers he already has, give him more organic and stronger webbing. He can stick to more surfaces. It can shapeshift into clothing. It can sense other symbiotes, some sort of camouflage powers here and there, and it really helps aid in his healing process. But we've never seen the Venom symbiote give Peter these brand new tentacle Venom-like powers that we know are associated traditionally with Venom himself. We've never seen this out of Peter. And to me, I think this provides some great insight into what Insomniac is referring to when they mean an original take. And like I said, I think they actually mean more than what we are giving them credit for. Like, we have been assuming up to this point that just means a new host. But I think this means that this Venom symbiote is significantly more powerful than any other Venom symbiote that we've seen in the Spider-Man universe up to this point. If you take a look at the PlayStation Store description, they talk about how Peter and Miles have to work together as they fight to save the city, each other's, from the monstrous Venom and the dangerous new symbiote threat. And I think what they mean by this and what they mean by Original Take is this is an incredibly powerful symbiote, and it's a symbiote that you really don't want to mess with. I think we are going to see a power level to Venom that we have never seen before, just because look what it is providing Peter. It's providing him with new powers that we've never seen before. So I think this is just some great insight as to what Insomniac actually means by this, and I think these are a lot of details that most of us have overlooked.
Yeah, when I think back to a very common and popular portrayal of the symbiote suit in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Spider-Man 3, you think to the abilities that his Spider-Man had with the symbiote suit, and he wasn't shooting tentacles out and doing all of this stuff that you're seeing in Insomniac's portrayal of the symbiote suit. And of course, that goes down to the fiber of the symbiote suit itself. The symbiote suit in Spider-Man 3 was very much just a black version of the original Spider-Man suit. And this new suit for Peter in Insomniac's Marvel's Spider-Man 2, it's got this more organic look to it. It's got almost these like muscular fibers running throughout the suit. And it's a completely different take to the suit, and I think that's going down into the abilities as well. And while, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man did have a few new abilities, like he had new dance moves, new hair, he was kind of a douchebag, he wasn't doing all these things that we're seeing in the game, and I think that's going to play a big part of the gameplay here, but it's also going to maybe take this Venom symbiote a step further and make it a bit more interesting when it comes to its effect on Spider-Man himself.
Yeah, and I think it's incredibly exciting because I think if we do have the potential to see a much more powerful and stronger Venom, I would just be very interested to see what that means for Peter, what that means for Miles, and I just really think that's what's in store now, and I really think that's what Insomniac meant when they said an Original Take. I don't think they were referring to just a new host for Venom. I think they also meant this is going to be a Venom more powerful than you have ever seen. It's going to be a Venom that you simply don't want to mess with. And it's going to be a Venom that is really going to challenge Peter and Miles and really push them to the brink. And I'm incredibly excited to see how far this new version of Venom is able to push these characters. Just when you take everything we learned over this last weekend about what to expect from this story, from these PlayStation Store posts and articles, and just go back and reanalyze the gameplay through this scope, you start to notice these new details of all of these new abilities that Peter has. And when you just start to kind of piece it all together, it just all starts to fit in a place that Insomniac means a little more than just a new host, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, and I'd like to kind of end this on a specific topic here, being when is changing a character a bit too far? And I think Brian Inahar touched on this in his interview, where he talked about how they really want to respect characters and they really want to respect their original portrayals in comics and the movies. And he mentioned Venom specifically in this interview. He said, and I quote, "And I think Venom is a great example. I know there's Spider-Man fans and there's Marvel fans, but there are big Venom fans, and that is a character you do not want to screw up." And he's talking about that specifically in the context of, are we changing things a bit too much with our new iteration of the game? And I am starting to wonder a little bit, are all these cool new symbiote suit powers going to annoy some Venom fans out there? Or is this something that's like, whoa, this is really cool, I'm loving seeing this new implementation in this game? Just kind of a thing that I'd like to know, maybe in the comments. Are you guys liking these new powers? Are you liking the new suit? Or are you thinking that Insomniac's going a little too far?
I think those are great questions, and as a huge fan of Venom, I don't want to speak for everybody. I would really love to see Insomniac go in this direction and push Venom to a place he's never been before. Make him more powerful. Have him have a greater effect on Peter, because I think that makes that dynamic between Peter and the symbiote even more interesting. It makes the dynamic between the symbiote suit and Peter and his relationships, his personal relationships, and how far it's going to push Peter. How aggressive is he going to become? How much of his personal life is going to be impacted by a stronger Venom symbiote? I'm so interested to see what Insomniac does here, and I just trust them so much, and I'm just excited to learn even more about Venom. It's just a character that I love. So guys, let us know down below in the comments what you think of these new Venom abilities and how they tie in with what we know now from these recent articles about how we're getting an original take on Venom, a monstrous Venom, and how this all just ties together. We would love to hear your thoughts. Also, we would love for you guys to answer some of the questions that Andreas dropped. I think he asked some wonderful questions, so we'd love to hear your thoughts on all of those. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for us for this one. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, we will see you all next time.